this is Miss Wilson, and welcome to our virtual back to school night. You can go ahead and watch this video that you're watching right now and be thinking of any questions that you might have for me when we do our Zoom meeting Tuesday night at 6:30. But let's go ahead and get started. My name is Miss Wilson, and I wanted to introduce myself. I graduated from Mississippi College in 2016, and this is my fourth year teaching and my third year teaching second grade. I'm going to included a little bit more information about myself. Anytime that I am going too fast or not reading every word on the slide, you can go ahead and pause the video and read the rest of it, but I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this. I wanted to start with the things that we use at school every single day, and those are on this list: a charged iPad, headphones, which not to be, I don't want to be unclear. You do keep your child's headphones at home, so you don't have to bring those things every day, but we use them every day. So if you haven't sent those headphones in yet to school, go ahead and do so. We do eat a snack every day, so to bring a snack every day and a water bottle every day. We don't use water fountains right now, or we aren't using them this year, and so they need a water bottle so that they can refill it and drink water at school. They need their binder and their reading log every day. Again, if you need to pause this, you can. I'm going to go ahead and breeze through it. The doors open at 7 o'clock each morning. The tardy bell rings at 7:45. We begin dismissal at 2:10. If you need to check your child out sooner than that, try to do that before 2 o'clock. If your child's mode of transportation ever changes, make sure you let me know personally. I can never go off of what the child says. I have to hear from you via note or email or remind. Any way you want to contact me, and you can contact Miss B as well. I included her email, but make sure you let me know whenever your child has a transportation change. Again, I can never go off of a child's word when it comes to their transportation change. Their breakfast and lunch, both of those things are being eaten in the classroom this year. I have the costs on the screen. Please use the envelope for your child's money if they're using cash. If you need any envelopes, just let me know. It really helps me out when those are filled out at home so that I'm not having to fill them out at school while children are coming in. If your child eats a cafeteria breakfast, or you want them to eat a cafeteria breakfast, just make sure that they know to get one, because right now, if they are asking me in the morning, Miss Wilson, I want a breakfast, I am sending them. So if you don't want them eating a breakfast, if you're like, no, they're eating at home, they don't need a cafeteria breakfast, make sure they know that. And if you want to tell me too as well, so that they're not going, you can let me know too, because right now it's whoever is asking me to go, I'm letting them go. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew to let their child know whether they're eating a cafeteria breakfast or not. I went ahead and included what our grades are going to look like, which is very different than in years past. But our first 9 weeks grades, we're only going to have 6 assessments, and I included what those were. STAR assessments, that's on the iPad. It's a test online. 2 fluency assessments and 2 comprehensive assessments, which are like paper tests. So that's 6 grades per subject. So all of these things are per subject. So it'll be 6 for math and 6 for reading. And I included the grading scale there as well. Binders. I want you to check 2 places in your child's binder every night. One, I want you to check their behavior calendar and sign it every night. I also want you to peek inside your child's blue folder every night. Let's use the blue folders to pass papers to each other. If I ever need to get papers to you, I'm going to use the blue folder. And if you never ever need to send anything to me, just use the blue folder. I will also send your child's work if we ever do like a practice test or a worksheet in class. A lot of times I will send it home in that blue folder just so you know what we're doing in class. And if I ever send home a practice test, go ahead and review that practice test with your child so that you know what stick on the head, especially on those paper tests. we model our practice tests to be very similar to our actual tests. So that's a really helpful resource that you can use in your child's blue folder. Graded papers, again, it looks very different this year. We're going to only have 2 graded tests for each subject. So I'm not going to send home your child's graded papers every week because we're not taking tests every week right now. But if we do get to a point where we are, I'll send that home in their red folder, and I will send home your child's tests in that red folder, and I'll just send a reminder whenever I do that. 2 things need to happen when you get your child's red folder. 1, go ahead and take it out and review it with your child, especially those questions that they missed, just so that they understand what mistakes they made. You can review that with your child, and also make sure that you sign that you received them in the sheet that I attach with your child's red folder. And then you make sure that you put the test papers back. The test papers are not something that are meant for you to keep at home. It's not like the blue folder where you keep everything in the blue folder home. Like the practice tests, I keep the real tests, so just make sure that you put them back in that red folder. Progress reports are coming up, and I will send those home, and that just shows your child's average for each subject. Newsletter, and again, if I'm going too fast, please feel free to pause. I just wanted to try to make this video as quick as possible. Newsletter. Newsletters can be found in 3 places. It can be found in your child's binder. I send it home every week on Remind, and I also upload it to Canvas. So be sure to check your child's newsletter for in the binder, or however you want to view it, for our specials for that week. I don't know if you've noticed by now, but our specials are different every day. It's not like we have library every Monday. It's different every day, so you can check the newsletter for that. You can check it for other announcements or other important information. I also include like what topics we're learning every week on that newsletter too. If you ever need to schedule a conference with me, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am available during the day during our activity period, which is from 8:55 to 9:25, or you can we can set up an afternoon conference. I'll be available around 2:30 for those afternoon conferences and beyond, if you want to set up an afternoon conference. And that can be in person or on the phone. Right now, we're not sending home any homework except for those online assignments that y'all have already been doing, and y'all have been doing a great job submitting those and getting those turned in on time. The only other homework that I want you to be doing is to be reading every night, especially to take those AR quizzes. If that changes throughout the year, if I end up sending home a homework packet, those will come home in their green folder, but right now we're not even doing homework packets. That would be more if we all the kids are coming to school, and we're not doing those virtual assignments anymore, then we might reconsider and send home the homework pack like we have in the past. But for right now, the only homework you have to worry about, besides those online assignments, is to make sure that you are reading at least 1 book every night. I went ahead and included this poster. I get asked all the time, like, how can I make sure that my 2nd grader is successful for the year? I included this poster because I really agree with everything that's on it. My favorite thing that's on there, and the thing that I think that is the number 1 way to help your child to be successful in 2nd grade, is to read with them every night, which is why I wanted to emphasize that homework, which is to make sure that you're reading a book every single night. So if you wanted to pause and read the rest, you can. I'm going to move on and talk about Accelerated Reader. You should know by now that we have a AR goal of 25 points for the first 9 weeks. If your child meets that goal, they are going to be invited to our AR party, and I want every child to get to go, so make sure that you are reading and taking those AR tests so that we can make our AR goal. This AR goal will change every 9 weeks. For the first 9 weeks, though, it is 25 points. I went ahead and included a screenshot of the reading log, just in case I keep saying reading log and you're saying, wait, what is the reading log? I haven't seen that. I sent it a while ago, so if you need another copy, just let me know. I also wanted to talk about AR Bookfinder. I included on the top of the reading log right here this website. You can use this website to check what a book is, what the level is, or what the quiz number is. I wanted to show you what that looks like. You can type in any book or author, and the book should come up if it's an AR book. If it doesn't come up, you can try different ways to type in the book. Like, for example, series. like if you type in like Magic Treehouse, sometimes you have to do that like other title, like you would have to type in whatever the book is called, like Mummies on Monday or whatever the title is, for it to pop up. But it'll give you something that looks like this. If it doesn't show up at all and you've tried multiple ways of seeing what comes up, then it's probably not an AR book. And we want to try to read books that are on AR that we can take a test on so that we can meet our goal. But this is what it'll look like. I have the level coming up whenever I have it typed in. Oops, my timer went off. I have their what the book's points is, and then I also have the quiz number. The quiz number is really easy for kids to type in instead of having to type in the whole title on AR. So if you look that book up ahead of time, then you can write down the quiz number so that they can type that in when they come to school and take the test. But again, you can take AR tests before 3 o'clock. So if you want to be doing that at home, that would be great. But if you aren't able to take a test before 3 o'clock, just use that reading log and we'll take the test at school. Really quick, I wanted to show you how to look up books on MyOn. You can click library, click search, click this little funnel that looks like a little, because this is the filter button, click on the A, and then you can click on the number that best resembles your child's level. I have sent home that level sheet, but if you need me to send it again, I'll be happy to. Most of us are going to be on the second grade level, so to click the 2, and when you do, then you can click on the book. Click on this I right here for information, and then all the information will come up on the book, including the AR level, how many points it is, and that AR quiz, which you don't need the AR quiz for MyOn because we have this handy button that'll take you straight to the AR quiz, which is what's really cool about MyOn. On Epic, it's a little different. Not all Epic books or MyOn books are AR, but you can make sure that you are only looking at AR books if you click this reading level book right here, or reading level button right here. Make sure you click AR, and then you can select your child's level. I've had a couple of issues with Epic, not most of the time. Most of the time it works, but sometimes it'll say it's an AR book, and then it's not. I've had that issue a couple of times, so if you wanted to double check on AR Book Find before you read an Epic book, you can. Or you don't have to. You can take your chances, and if it ends up not being an AR book, even though it says it is, then, oh well, we just can't read the quiz this time. But I wanted to give you that heads up. I've had a little bit of issues with Epic in the past. But for the most part, it's a great resource. Behavior calendar. I've already mentioned this, but make sure that you are signing your child's behavior calendar every night. We use a school-wide discipline plan for the behavior calendar. It resets every week, not every day, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. I just need you to initial that your child's behavior calendar every night, and we'll also have a celebration for those who move their step less than 10 times. So that's 9 times or less they're invited to the behavior party. So you can use this information to encourage your child to not move their step at school and to be on their best behavior so that they can go to the party. Here is the step codes. Step 1 is a warning, no consequence, just a warning. Step 2 is loss of privilege, which for my class means 5 minutes of recess lost. Step 3 is a note from the office with a consequence, usually includes an extra assignment, and more of their recess lost. I never take away all of their recess, but it'll be most of their recess lost. Step 4 will be a note from the office with a consequence, as well as a phone call home. If your child ever reaches step 4, I will stop what I'm doing, get another teacher to cover my class, and I will call you immediately so that we can talk out whatever's going on at school with the reason that we are on step 4. Step 5 is an alternate setting, which is they wouldn't be in my class, they would go to another teacher for the day. And then step 6 is an office referral. The last thing I wanted to show you was what I was talking about when I said that the behavior logs reset weekly and not daily. If your child moves a step on Monday, let's say for talking, then okay, they're on step 1. But that means if they come back on Tuesday and we are still talking and we moved a step, it would go straight to step 2. So I didn't want that to confuse anyone and for you to say, wait, they moved 2 steps today? No, it's just that they already had a step 1, and so because resets every week, they're still on step 1 until the next week. So it would go to step 2. I just wanted to clarify that so that you're not thinking, wait, did they move more than one step? No, they just moved one, but it resets weekly and not daily, which is different from how they did it in Clinton Park and in first grade. But that's just about all that I had to cover. If you thought of any questions while I was talking, please make sure to ask me Tuesday at 6:30. I went ahead and included the Zoom link down below in the description. The password is going to be Go Arrows, and you can click that link, and it should take you to the Zoom meeting when you're ready. But I'm looking forward to hearing your questions and seeing y'all's faces. Y'all have a good one. Bye.